right, when going over the review for systems, to be able to graph, you have to be able to solve for y first. So these are those isolate opposite sides. So to get rid of a 4x, you subtract 4x. What you do to one side, you do to the other. And you write it side by side. So those eliminate. So we get negative 4y equals negative 8 minus 4x. And then the final step is divide. You divide each part by negative 4. So we get y equals negative 8 divided by negative 4 is a positive 2. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is a positive 1x. You don't have to put the 1 there, but when I'm talking about slope, I like to have a number in front. All right, so to graph this line, you start at the y-intercept, which is the number not next to x. So I'm going to start at 2. And for a slope of 1, you go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. Remember, you always go right. You can also go down 1 and left 1 after you've got some points established to be able to continue your line. All right. For that second equation, it's already solved for y. I'm going to start at negative 10 because that is your y-intercept. And the slope is a negative 2x. So you'd be going down 2 and right 1. Like I said, always go right. I know that that is off of the paper, but that way it kind of shows you what direction you're going to go. So then to go the other way, you can go up 2 and left 1. Up 2, left 1. Up 2, left 1. Up 2, left 1. Up 2, left 1. You do want to keep going with your slope so that way you can see exactly where they intersect rather than just guesstimating. And it's right here at this point, that is that intersection, which is that solution. And it's at negative 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 2. Okay, for that second problem, which ordered pair is in the solution set represented in graph 1? So yes for this, but it's not for this one. So we want it to be in this shaded area, but not in the double shaded area. So these graphs are tiny, so you're really going to have to guesstimate, okay? So we're talking negative 8, negative 4, which is going to be somewhere over here. So it is for that one, negative 8, negative 4. It is not for that one, which is exactly what I want. If we're talking about 6, 0, 6, 0 is going to be somewhere over here. So that's not for that first one. That doesn't work. Negative 6, 4, that works for that one. But negative 6, 4, that's also going to work for that one. 0, 8, somewhere up here, it's going to work for that one. 0, 8, it's going to work for that one. So we want it to work for this one, but not for this one. So your answer was A. Which of the following is not a solution to the system of inequalities? Again, for a solution, it's in the shaded area. And I guess since it's a system, it's the double shaded. Or it can be on a solid line. So 0, negative 1. That's on a dotted line, so that's not a solution. Which if you read the question carefully, which one is not? So that's going to be your correct answer. Let's just double check. 4, 0, that's in the double shaded. 0, 3, that's on a solid line. So that is a solution. 6, negative 2, that's in that double shaded. So no. Number 4, tell whether the ordered pair 3, 8 is a solution to the given system. So for this one, you have to graph it before we can tell if it's a solution. Or you could plug it in by hand. But let's practice graphing because you need to know how to do that for your test. So for this first one, I'm going to start at 4. And my slope is a 1. So I go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. Now, remember our shady man. He wants to look like he's doing the right thing, so he looks to the right. Above your eyes, you have eyebrows. But your nose, you have a mustache, and the line means included with his grill. Okay, so this has the line, so I'm going to draw the solid line. And less than, that looks like the nose, so I'm going to shade below. For the second equation, I'm going to start at a -6 because that's my y-intercept. And it has a slope of 2. So you go up 2, right 1, 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 up 2, right 1. This again has the line underneath, so it is a solid line. Greater than, that's like the eyes, so I'm going to shade above that line. So your solution set is anything in this double shaded, so right here. Okay, so it's asking about the point 3, 8. 3, 1, 2, 3, 8. It looks like it's right above. Let me double check. Up 1, up 1, up 1, up 1. Yep, it's right above. So no, it is not a solution. All right, again, we are graphing the system of inequalities and identify the correct solutions. So we've got Slim Shady. Looks like he's doing the right thing. So this symbol, I'm going to start at -1. It's a negative slope, so I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, right 1. Down 1, 2, 3, right 1. Down 1, 2, 3, right 1. It's a dotted line. You can also go up 3, left 1. Up 3, left 1. Up 3, left 1. And you don't want to connect these dots all the way. I am just dashing them to make it a little more noticeable. That symbol is greater than, it looks like the eyes, so I'm going to shade above. Okay, for that next one, you're going to start at 1. And it has a slope of a 1. So you're going to go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. This inequality does have the line underneath. So I am going to connect these dots. It's a solid line. And for greater than, that's like the eyes. Again, we are going to shade above that line. So our solution area is anywhere in this part right here. Okay, so let's look at some points. We've got -1, 2. That's on a dotted line. So it's not going to be that one. Let's go here. -1, 3. That works. 1, 3. That works. I want to say this is going to be your answer. Come over here. -2, 2. Nope. So it can't be that one. -1, -3. Nope, can't be that one. All right, given f of x equals -4x minus 10, find f of x equals 10. F of x means y, so we're looking for where the y value is 10. So we're going to take this equation and put it in our calculator. -4x minus 10. And we're looking for where the y value is 10. That's a -10. Positive 10 is right there when x equals -5. Now, Miss Smith, I don't have a calculator at home. Okay, well, we can do this by hand. F of x just means y. So we're substituting. They're telling us that instead of y, we're going to put 10. So we get 10 equals -4x minus 10. And this is a two-step equation. To get that x by itself, you add 10 to this side, add 10 to this side. So we get 20 equals -4x. And then to get rid of that coefficient, you're going to divide both sides by -4. So x equals -5. All All right, solve the system of equations by graphing. Okay, you can't solve by graphing unless they are both solved for y. So we're going to isolate that y. To get rid of a 2x, we subtract 2x, subtract 2x. So we get negative 3y equals 6 minus 2x. And then we divide each number by negative 3. So we get y equals 6 divided by negative 3 is a negative 2. Negative and a negative is a positive, and we're just going to leave it 2/3 x. So to graph this, we start at negative 2. It's a positive slope, so you're going to go up 2, right 3. Up 2, right 3. Up 2, right 3. Now that we've got our line, you can also go down 2 and left 3. Down 2, left 3, down 2, left 3. For here, we're going to start at 3. And this is a negative slope, and it's a negative 1. So you're going to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. There's that point of intersection right here. Okay, so all of these are kind of tricky. We know that's a positive number, so it's not B or D. And this is an x-intercept, also called a 0, okay? So this is the point 3, 0. The x value is 3, the y value is 0. Now, maybe you struggle with graphing, so we can always check our answer. We're going to put the two equations that we got. So negative 2 plus 2/3 x, and then negative x plus 3. And you can find the solution either on the table by going second graph. And yes, at 3, both of the y values are 0. Or you can also do second trace. The trace button is right up here next to graph. And we're looking for that point of intersection, which is 5. Wait for it. Wait for it. When it's done graphing, you're going to click enter, enter, enter. And it'll tell you the intersection is at 3, 0. The solution is, this one's already graphed for you. All you have to do is know that the solution is that point of intersection. So it is at 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, solve the system of equation by graphing. These are both already solved for y, so we can do it in our calculator and we can do it by hand. Okay, so I'm going to start at 2. It's a positive 1/2 slope, so you're going to go up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2. You can also go down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2. So there's one line. For that second equation, you're going to start at 9. And it's a negative 3. So you're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, right 1. Always go right. Down 3, 1, 2, 3, right 1. And there's that lucky number. 1, 2, 3, right 1. So that point is the point of intersection, and it's at 2, 1, 2, 3. Just to be sure that my graphing skills are on point, okay, I'm going to come over here to my calculator. 1 divided by 2x plus 2. And in y2, negative 3x plus 9. Second graph. And they should be the same at 2. Yep, both of the y values are equal to 3. All right, Miss Higdon is planning her wedding. One venue charges $10,000, a plus $25 per person, while another venue simply charges $150 per person. How many people will need to attend for the venues to cost the same amount? They gave us both of the equations. Let's just put those in y equals. 1, 2, 3 plus 25x is one equation. The other equation is 150x. Okay, I recommend just going to the table. Now, I don't want to scroll all the way down to 50, so you can do second window, and you can jump to whatever number you want. So at 50, no, they do not cost the same. So second window, let's check 150. Second graph, nope, they don't cost the same at 150. Okay, what about 80? Second window, 80. Second graph, Yes, at 80, they both cost $12,000. And guys, you can guesstimate. You can see that these are going to be crossing somewhere further down here. Okay? It's definitely past 50. They're not crossing at 50. It's definitely not 12,000. That's way too far out in advance. All right? And 150 would have to be like 3 times as much as this. So B is the most reasonable answer based off that graph. All right, the table shows ordered pairs from 2 functions showing the amount of money Kayla has in her account at X weeks and the amount of money Jesus has in his account at X weeks. After how many weeks do Kayla and Jesus have the same amount of money? So where are these the same? Right here after 8 weeks. And at 8 weeks, they both have $18. All right, some values from 2 linear functions are shown in the tables. What is the solution to the system? So we're looking for where the points are exactly the same, okay? So here, -2, 4, I don't even see that on the table, okay? -1, 4, don't even see that on this table. 0, 7, that's 0 and then a negative number. 1, 1, that 1 is definitely not a 1. 2, 0, 2, that's a negative number. Is that 3, negative something? 3... negative something, but that looks like a 1. I'm not sure what that is. All right. 4, -2, that's a 4, 1. 5, -3, that's a positive 3. None of those look the same. Maybe it's this 3 value. Is 3, -1 an option? I see, this looks like y equals -x plus 2 for that equation. Y equals, is that 2x minus 7? Let me see if those match. -x plus 2, 2x minus 7. Okay, let's see, 3. Yes, at 3 they are both -1. Process of elimination. Using those detective skills, no big deal. So right here, 3, -1, 3, -1. On your test, it won't be that hard to read. You're just looking for the values that are the same point on each table. All right, solve by substitution. Okay, this is where you create your T-chart. I don't know about you, but when somebody's going to tell me good or bad news, I want to deal with the bad news first. So looking at these, my bad news is 6x plus 2y equals -4, because that's standard form. All of those variables have a number next to them. And my good news is y equals -2x plus 3. This is good news because the y is by itself. They're telling us that y is the same thing as -2x plus 3. So when I'm rewriting this, 6x plus 2, I can sub this box in for y. So -2x plus 3, and then equals -4. This is what you've been doing since 8th grade. You're just going to solve. So you distribute. So we get 6x minus 4x. 2 times 3 is 6 equals -4. Combine those like terms. 6x minus 4x is 2x. Then to get that x by itself, we're going to subtract 6, subtract 6. So we get 2x equals a -10. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So x equals a -5. That tells you that this has to be your answer. But this is your jack. Let's just check because we've got to put jack back in the box. So y equals -2. Instead of x, I'm going to put -5 plus 3. -2 times a -5 is a positive 10. And 10 plus 3, your y value is 13. Now, to check your answer, you could plug these points. This is an x value, this is a y value. You could plug them into both equations. Or this one's already solved for y. Let's solve this for y so we can plug them in our calculator. So 6x plus 2y equals -4. So we're going to isolate Subtract the 6x from both sides. So we get 2y equals a negative 4 minus 6x. And you divide each part by 2. So y equals negative 2 minus 3x. So I'm going to go to y equals. We have this equation, negative 2 minus 3x. And then we have the second equation, negative 2x plus 3. And according to this, we said the intersection should be at negative 5, and they both equal 13. Yay, we're so smart. All right, write the equation for the following arithmetic sequence. This is your first term. This is your second term. This is your third term, your fourth term, your fifth term. These are equations. You could put these in y equals and see which one matches. Or this is a table. You could put this in stat and see which one matches. So let's just try this first equation. So we've got 5 parentheses x minus 1 plus 8. And let's see if that matches. So the first term should be 8. Good. Second term should be 13. Good. Then 18. Then 23. Then 28. That's your answer. Since we've got these options, let's check this equation as well. 8 plus 5 parentheses x minus 1. The first term should be 8. Yes. The second term should be 13. Yes. 18, 23, 28. That one works too, which means our answer is all of the above. Leo's limit charges 50 cents per mile. That per, okay, that means it's going to go next to the variable, and a cleaning fee of $25. So we need to have this 0.50 next to the variable, so 0.50x plus that 25. So that's Leo's. Okay. Rachel's rides charges 75 cents per mile. So that's your variable, 0.75x, with a $10 cleaning fee, plus 10. What system of equations can model the situation? All right, so Leo's limo, 0.50x plus 25. That's good. Leo's limos, nope. Leo's limos, nope. Leo's limos, nope. It's got to be that one. Let's check. Rachel's rides, 0.75x plus 10. Beautiful. All right. Leo's limos charge 50 cents per mile, just like we just said, plus a $25 cleaning fee. Rachel's rides charge 75 cents per mile with a $10 cleaning fee. Which of the following is the most appropriate assignment of variables? Guys, we said 0.75 per what? Per mile. That is your x, is the number of miles. X is the number of miles. X is the number of miles. Nope, nope. And then we have to decide what's changing based off of how many miles they drive. The cost per mile? No, they're telling us the cost per mile. The total cost? Yes, that is what's changing. Guys, 90% of the time, the y value is going to be a total of some sort, whether it's a total cost, the total number of days, the total whatever it may be. All right, Leo's limo charges 50 cents per mile plus a cleaning fee of $25. Rachel's rides charges 75 cents per mile with a $10 cleaning fee. So same equations that we've been using. We've got this 0.50x plus 25. And we've got this 0.75x plus 10. Which of the following statements is true? All right, so I'm going to put these both in my calculator, especially because they're both for y equals. So 0.50x plus 25, 0.75x plus 10. So if driving 55 miles, so if we could jump down to 55. If driving 55 miles, both services will cost $60. Nope. If driving 60 miles, both services will cost $55. Yes. Because we said x was the number of miles, that per mile, and then the y value is the total cost. Let's just double check if driving 20 miles, so let's jump down to 20. Both services will cost $30. Nope. If driving 10 miles, if driving 10 miles, both services will cost $25. Nope. All right, given h of x just means y. So given this function, find h of 8. Guys, that's inside the parentheses. When it's inside the parentheses, it's your x value. Remember, do your little motions. Wakanda forever. So we're looking for where the x value is 8. So I'm going to go to my y equals. I've got negative 9x plus 5. And when my x value is 8, the y value is negative 67. If I'm at home and I'm doing it by hand, we've got y equals negative 9. Instead of x, I'm putting 8 plus 5. Negative 9 times 8 is 72, negative 72, plus 5. So negative 72 plus 5 is a negative 67. So my y equals negative 67. All right, the equations of two lines are 2x minus y equals 4 and y equals 2x plus 8. What is the value of x in the solution for this system? This one's solved for y, this one is not. So we could either solve it by substitution or by graphing. I like graphing, so I'm going to isolate. To get rid of 2x, you do minus 2x, minus 2x. Just be careful because this is a negative y. So we have negative y equals 4 minus 2x. So to get that y by itself, you're going to divide everything by negative 1. So y equals negative 4. Negative and a negative is a positive 2x. So this is one equation. This is your other equation. So negative 2x plus 8, negative 4 plus 2x. And it's asking for the x value. So when x is 8, nope, they're not the same. When x is 11, nope, they're not the same. When x is 3, yes, they both equal 2. So the solution is actually 3, 2, and it's asking for the x value, so it's that 3. All right, the length of a rectangle is 5 times the width. So let's just use L for length. It equals 5 times the width. The perimeter, that was one of your vocab words this year. Perimeter, you find perimeter by taking 2L plus 2W. And they're telling us that it equals 24. This is solved for a variable, so I'm going to use substitution. So my bad news is this 2L plus 2W equals 24 because it's in standard form. Every variable has a coefficient. My good news is this L equals 5W. And it's good news because the L is by itself. So I can replace L with 5W. So we take 2 times 5W plus 2W equals 24. So 2 times 5W is 10W plus 2W equals 24. Combine your like terms. So this gives you 12W equals 24. Divide by 12, divide by 12. So W equals 2. Then you can take Jack and put him back in the box. So L equals 5. Instead of W, we've got 2. So the length equals 10. I don't know why I put that parentheses there. We'll just circle it. Yay! So my solution has to have the 2 and the 10. So I'm going to guess it's this one, and they probably used X and Y instead of W and L. Here's your solution. All right, thanks for watching. Just remember that there's 3 different types of solutions for systems. You can either have one solution, and it's that point of intersection. You can have no solution, and it's when you have parallel lines. Or you can have infinite solutions, and this is when they have the same slope and the same y-intercept. So if they have the same slope and different y-intercepts, they're parallel and there's no solution. If they have the same slope, same y-intercept, there's infinite solutions. Good luck on your test.